Liam Payne achieved pop superstardom and a legion of devoted fans, but his demons were never far away during the entirety of his tragically short life. In 2019, Payne appeared on the podcast Table Manners, during which he admitted that his life with One Direction had become a bit of a frenzy before the band split up. As he put it, "There's no stop button. You've got no control over your life. That's why I lost complete control of everything." Payne was overworked and overbooked, which made him lose sight of his true passions in life, something he attempted to rediscover through therapy. As he explained, "I remember getting to therapy and the guy was like, 'What do you like to do?' I didn't know." Payne considered himself a recluse during the height of his boy band fame, and often sought out retreats to learn how to be a person after shooting to global superstardom when he was just a teenager. Looking back, he was happy that One Direction broke up, as he admitted, and needed to stop. "It would have killed me." In the book Dare to Dream: Life as One Direction, Liam Payne revealed that he was born prematurely and was often sick throughout his early childhood, with doctors unable to discover any underlying condition. As he explained, "From the age of 0 to 4, I was always in hospital, having tests done, but they couldn't find out what was wrong." Doctors ultimately determined that one of Payne's kidneys was scarred and not fully functioning. His treatments involved receiving 32 injections in his arm in the morning and the evening. He also revealed, "I've still got both kidneys, but one doesn't work, so I have to be careful not to drink too much, even water, and I have to keep myself as healthy as possible." Liam Payne wasn't exactly part of the popular crowd while growing up. As he once explained to We Love Pop, "When I was at school, I was bullied by a few people who were much older than me. I was in year 8, and they were 6th formers. I went and told my parents and my teachers, but it didn't stop, so I had to sort it out myself." Payne eventually took up boxing so that he could learn self-defense. As he noted, "It gave me the confidence to know that if I needed to, I could fight back and I could stand up to anyone." Payne also employed an older friend of his to pose as his brother and give him rides in order to curb the bullying. As he noted, as soon as they saw him, it suddenly stopped. Payne's teenage years didn't get any easier, as he frequently found himself the victim of negative comments after he failed to make it far when he first tried out for the X Factor in 2008. As he admitted to The Sun in 2020, "I once went to McDonald's when I was turning 16, and I went up to order my thing. Went to sit down with the girl I was with at the time, and a group of lads at the top of the stairs were like, 'X Factor reject.'"
There's something there's 20% missing for me at the moment.
Payne got candid about his mental health in a 2019 interview with Sunday Confidential, as he admitted that he suffered from serious bouts of depression. As he put it, "I've had my meltdowns and different things have happened to me where I definitely wasn't okay." Therapy became Payne's saving grace, as he sought regular professional help to improve his mental health. He also hit the gym to deal with his demons, and kept a good circle of friends that he could count on, including his then-girlfriend, Maya Henry. In 2019, he posted a photo of the two of them on Instagram, along with the message, "Sometimes I don't recognize this happy guy. Sure glad you brought him back, though." Payne has also admitted that he wasn't exactly the best of friends with his former bandmates. In an interview on Sunday Brunch in 2019, he revealed, "The thing I always describe it as is if you imagine an office. And One Direction was my office. There's one person you don't really get along with, one person you don't know very much about, one person you hang out with all the time, and someone you're sort of friends with."
I think people have a misconception that we were all just massive mates and whatever else, but it's not the case. But there's no bad blood between anyone.
In a 2019 interview with GQ, Payne explained that while bygones are bygones, when it comes to the group's past, one particular incident stuck with him for years after their breakup. As he explained, "I think with Zayn Malik's particular exit and the way he chose to go, we haven't really heard from him since he left. He didn't even say goodbye, if I am being honest." It was a really sordid scenario, from our side certainly. A bit strange, it's difficult. Liam Payne became a dad at the age of 23 in 2017, when his son Bear was born. But fatherhood didn't exactly come naturally to him. Bear's mom is singer Cheryl Tweedy, but she and Payne split up the following year. As Payne admitted to People magazine, "I had my son at a young age, and you think it will be a magical thing, that you're going to grow up one day into the person you're supposed to be. but it took a lot to find my footing. I figured Dad takes care of everyone. That's what he does. So my thing was to cook. The COVID-19 pandemic also proved a major obstacle for Payne's fatherhood journey, as lockdown forced him to take a step back, as he revealed to Ting's magazine. It's the longest I haven't seen him in his life, but we discussed from the start, and for different reasons, me and Cheryl decided I should be away for a little bit. It's not unusual for me to be in and out of his life. Liam Payne got to experience the incredible highs of life as a pop star, but he was also going through some equally incredible lows. As he revealed on the Diary of a CEO podcast in 2021, he was often holed up in hotel rooms during tours, and he developed some unhealthy habits.
When we were in the band, the best way to secure us, because of how big it got, was just lock us in our rooms. And of course, what's in the room? Minibar.
Payne also admitted that pills and alcohol were his drugs of choice, and in his lowest moments, he even experienced suicidal thoughts.
I was worried how far my rock bottom was going to be. Where's rock bottom for me? And you would never have seen it. I'm very good at hiding it. No one would have ever have seen it.
Liam Payne attempted to combat his demons as he secretly underwent rehab for over 3 months in 2023, which he later revealed to his fans on YouTube.
And I just need to take a little bit of time out for myself, actually, because I kind of became somebody who I didn't really recognize anymore, and I'm sure you guys didn't either.
Payne explained that he'd been sober for the last 6 months, and that his son had helped him put things into perspective. As he admitted, there's no point trying to be a dad when you've nothing to teach.
And I don't think up until this point I really had much to say to him other than just caring for him deeply and loving him very deeply, which obviously are the most important things.
Payne's decision to enter rehab was also inspired by his interview with YouTuber Logan Paul, in which he made several shocking claims, like Simon Cowell promising him a solo career back in 2010. He also alluded to a time that Zayn Malik shoved him against a wall and criticized Malik's former girlfriend, Gigi Hadid, for calling Malik a respectful man. But Payne eventually recognized the negative energy that he was putting out.
For me, a lot of what I just said just came from the wrong place. I was so angry at what was going on around me, and instead of taking a look inwards, I decided to look outwards at everybody else.
Despite his efforts to get better, Liam Payne couldn't escape his demons forever, as he tragically died on October 16, 2024, after falling from his hotel room in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He was only 31. He'd been staying there along with his girlfriend Kate Cassidy, although she had left a few days before him. Not long before he died, he'd been carried back to his hotel room by security after displaying frantic behavior in the lobby. The Sun obtained photos from inside Payne's suite that show a frenzied scene that included a smashed TV set, a leftover champagne glass, and evidence of white powder and scraps of burned aluminum foil. The news of Payne's death came just days after he posted a dramatically different scene on his Snapchat alongside Cassidy that showed off their carefree vacation. He was also seen earlier in the month enjoying his former bandmate, Niall Horan's concert. The two reunited backstage and posted a selfie to Snapchat, along with a red heart emoji. News of Payne's death rocked the world, with many heartfelt tributes pouring in from his family and fellow artists. His former One Direction mates posted a statement on Instagram that said, "We are completely devastated by the news of Liam's passing. In time, and when everyone is able to, there will be more to say. But for now, we will take some time to grieve and process the loss of our brother, who we loved dearly. The memories we shared with him will be treasured forever." If you or anyone you know needs help with suicidal thoughts, please call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.